Mr. Beast is the gold standard of content creator. He's the content creator king.
Yeah.
And he's just said very plainly, I don't understand why people don't just make short form content. It's just so much easier to do. It's so easy to make short form content. Like he buys an island and does a video that's 30 minutes long with thousands of editors and pays everyone on the island $50,000 cash prize and then has a helicopter and he does these ridiculous, high scale. The scale of his videos are insane. So when people complain about not being able to do it TikTok, it's laughable.
Yeah.
And he pointed that out. He's like, just like 6-second videos. It's just so ridiculous. It's like, there's no reason why you can't do that every day and pump the YouTube Shorts algorithm and make 15 videos a day. Like 15 sounds insane, but to him, it's ridiculous. 15 minutes of video.
Did you ever see The Devil's Advocate? And
Yes.
I'll tell you why. So when that was written by Tony Gilroy, who wrote Andor, by the way, which is like the best show on TV now. You should watch it. Anyway, in that movie, the devil
I'm a fan of man.
I'm a masochist. What can I say?
There's so
I'm a
much,
sadist.
There's a lot of good stuff in The Devil's Advocate.
I love that movie.
You do.
I love that movie. I didn't even know that my favorite writer wrote it until like
He's
recently.
your favorite writer, this
Tony
guy.
Gilroy.
I haven't
think
seen
so.
Andor either.
He's awesome. You should watch it. But so
I gave you what you want. It's a good Al Pacino movie. If you want to get some...
That's a tough one. Everyone does Al Pacino.
Yeah, the hoo-ah. But in this one, it's more, I would go home.
That's good.
There's a little rasp. What's his name in it? I forget.
Anyway, Lucius, maybe? I don't know. I think that's his name.
She did it. Keanu's full-on weird Keanu, and Pacino's full-on Pacino.
He's not full-on weird Keanu.
A little, because I never lose. I don't lose. That's not me. I don't lose. And Pacino's, like, he's not like Scarface, all the signature Pacinos, but it felt like it was his first movie to try to be a kind of normal guy, but with your shtick. And we were also kids when we were watching it. It had crazy like scenes, and you're just like, "What is going on?" She's your sister. Well, half sister.
There's a line from that I used to say all the time. I can't remember now.
Oh my god!
Is he cut? Maybe that. I
don't know what it is. Something about it. His smooth, suave. Anyway,
so in that movie, the devil comes back as a lawyer in like the late 90s.
Yes.
Because like that was like the powerhouse of like the Western world. Like if you want to control the world,
lawyer,
you come back. You're a lawyer. If the Devil's Advocate was being written now, he'd come back as Mr. Beast, as like a content creator. You want to control the world, become a content creator.
Yeah, I don't see Mr. Beast as evil the way some people we know do.
Someone turned me onto it, and that's all I see now.
You see this evil.
I don't think he has bad intentions whatsoever. I just think he is like I think he like made a deal with the devil, and the devil's like you every 1 out of 5 you make for me, and I'm gonna make you the biggest YouTube star in the world.
That's so funny. I mean, he lives in North Carolina, away from all of it, and just focuses on like giving money away to people and making ridiculous, crazy, fun videos.
Yeah. Well,
studied YouTube for 10 years in a cave.
Yeah. Our friend's argument is like he's not giving anything away because it's all comes back to him. Tenfold.
I don't even know what that means. I haven't seen anything from him that's like, I don't know.
I don't think he's like weird. I don't think he's like I don't think we're gonna find out like Mr. Beast is hiding a secret or anything.
No, I just like it's crazy. I don't watch a lot of his stuff, but I mean it's what's incredible is what he's demonstrated about that he's the embodiment of the creator economy. I mean, who is this guy and who would ever give him a deal? He did it all himself.
Yeah.
And that's to me what's inspiring about him. I haven't watched that much of his stuff, but I'm more just like this guy demonstrated the full embodiment of the power of YouTube. And what it can do for you, and as the premier YouTube star, who was paving the way for like the content creator space to become a place where you can make what you want, and do what you want.
Yeah.
But all it really takes as the dividing factor is how hard are you willing to work. He to me demonstrates that.
Yeah.
Because he worked the hardest. There's nobody who worked harder than him. He said for a year straight, he woke up, got on a Skype call, discussed YouTube all day.
With who?
A bunch of creators. They all like either lived together or they were like connected, and they were all making YouTube videos. And you see his first videos from like 2013 or something, and they're like nothing. Like,
what did he do? What did he do?
He's like, hey, my name is Jimmy. I want to be the biggest YouTuber in the world. So like, if I'm not a biggest YouTuber in 5 years, now you see it here. Like, it's him making this commitment, and he just did that. The story goes, you should watch him on Rogan. He tells a story like he
was on Rogan?
Yeah.
I don't think I missed that.
It was a really good. That's why I have this respect for him. I was like, I watched him
out.
on Rogan. I'm like, this is like so strange. This guy's kind of a savant, a genius, very humble. It all seems very simple to him and clear. And he's like, so we just like spent 12 hours a day discussing YouTube, trying a video, trying a thumbnail, swapping the thumbnail, looking at the analytics, retrying it again, making it shorter, making this thing, doing everything to try to master YouTube as a craft, the craft of YouTube content creation. And he studied it just like anybody who's amazingly good at anything has put in the time to learn it as a craft. And he's a craftsman when it comes to YouTube. And he demonstrated that when he explained it on Rogan. When I saw that, I was like, oh, he spent like, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe more, just to, like wake up, get on Skype call, take a break for lunch, or not even, and then go to bed. And then wake up and do it again. Rinse and repeat.
Who are these other people? Did they end up...
They all failed. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think they're all like probably YouTubers today that we've heard of, but I don't know.
Maybe
he
like ate them to contain their power.
I see.
And now and they like
Mr. Beast, the mark of the beast. You're probably right.
Is there a conspiracy theory about that?
No, but of course for you there is.
That's good.
Imagine his name was Jimmy.
Yeah.
Satan shows up. You are now Mr. Beast. If you lick back his hair, it says like 666 on his skull.
Yeah. Devil's Advocate reboot with
Mr.
content
Beast.
creators, not a bad idea. Tony, if you're listening.
Yes, The Devil's Advocate was confusing as a child. I think my brother just made me watch it and rented it for the nudity, but otherwise I'm like, what is this?
I only watched it on like WPIX.
You know what did make sense though? In The Devil's Advocate. Yeah, of course. You know when they're skipping out those scenes on those TV ones, you're like, something happened in the cut.
And
it was like
you'd spend 7 hours on a Sunday afternoon watching it, like
because of all the commercial breaks where they take it right before something goes down.
That and Troop Beverly Hills were the two movies they showed.
Yeah, or Beverly Hills Cop or Troop.
No, Troop Beverly Hills. You don't remember that one?
No. But in the movie, the devil comes back, but his son, Keanu Reeves, he discovers it's his father.
Yeah.
Is going to sit on the throne as the devil with his half sister at the end. Is that the prophecy or something that they were going for?
Yeah, what's the theology there? And that he wanted them to have a baby.
Yes, and that baby would be the Antichrist.
The Antichrist? But he was the devil, so isn't he the Antichrist?
No, maybe the devil isn't the Antichrist.
Oh.
I don't know enough about Christian theology to dissect
There's a movie
properly.
called The Omen.
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, I watched the original.
Yeah, I didn't watch the
from
original.
like the 70s.
Oh, the other one was just like the whole movie.
Yeah.
But yes, the original.
I think apparently it was better. But he's the Antichrist in that movie.
Yes.
And he's like
he's not Satan. He's the Antichrist.
He's the product of like an animal and a person. I think
a beast. The mark of the beast. They have the mark of the beast. I'm no Christian theologian. I don't know enough about Christianity. I know in Revelations it's described. Maybe it's not Revelations, but something about a post-apocalyptic. There's the rapture. There's the concept of the Antichrist, which is not Satan.
We should have a non-Jew on one time to explain to us what the Antichrist is.
Antichrist, a real Catholic who would know, but Antichrist is different conceptually than Satan. And so maybe that's what Devil's Advocate was going for. And I'm sure, just like there are biblical movies about the Old Testament that were like, that's not how it goes.
Right.
There are Catholics who will be like, yeah, they fumbled
like
all that
real
together.
Antichrist heads.
Because in this one, it was like Grandpa, Devil, Antichrist. Maybe they birthed the Antichrist who eventually, I'm a fan of man.
That sounds right.
Yeah, something like that.
That sounds right.
And I'm going to be the Zadie.
You think Mr. Beast would have been a lawyer if he was born 20 years earlier?
Probably. Yeah, man. And maybe. And then Keanu Reeves, spoiler alert, shoots himself in the head and goes right back to the original case where he makes the right decision morally.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah, that's why he ended it. No! And what did he say to him? He's like, he shoots himself in the head.
So I just heard the writer talk about it. His friend had the idea and he couldn't figure out how to write it. And
for the Devil's Advocate?
Yeah, and so he said, like, they were talking about it for years, and he's like, listen, I'm gonna come to you. We're gonna work for a week straight on it, and if we can't figure it out, I never want you to mention it to me again. And he went, and they figured it out in a week, and then wrote it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let's just wrap this subject up and bring it back to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a year, Michael, and I want you to what? What do you want?
In a year?
Well,
Well,
it's good that you do the newsletter because those are like completed pieces. And that's a good practice in completed pieces each time you write one. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
blurbs that are start to finish and ends in and of themselves. I feel like that's a good exercise for you, right? Or has been.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
it's more publishing. Like it has to get out. I actually
Right.
don't do it every week, but it has to get out, and like I have to, even if it's not perfect, like
Yeah.
sit with it and get it out. And people like it, and I get good feedback, and like it's like growing slowly. But like the point is like now people know I do that, and that's like
Right.
it's hard. That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
But what do I want in a year?
No, but you said like you have these TikTok ideas and premises. The execution is always tricky because it's hard to go from like what you hear in your head. See,
Yeah.
being able to connect those
Yeah,
dots.
the truth is I have an idea, and then I'll film I'll do it, and I'm like, oh, like I'm not. This isn't. I'm not. I don't even like watching myself.
Yeah.
So I usually like lose a lot of steam when that happens. I did one, and like I'm not, like it was pretty much what I had in mind.
Was it the?
No, it was The Godfather. Did you ever see The Godfather?